What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today, it's that time of year. We are going to be counting down the top 10 Star Wars The Black Series figures of 2025.
So hit like, subscribe if you are new. We are always talking about Black Series here on the channel. Nate, it's been another amazing year. It's been another year of, this was the best year for the line.
Right. I feel like I've said it so many times, but I sound like a broken record. But truly, once again, I feel like 2025 was the best year of the line.
Overall, such an amazing year, and definitely sound off in the comments down below with your top 10. I'm really curious. It was a tough year this year to narrow it down.
Yes.
But as always, Nate, we limit ourselves to one honorable mention. So what figure do we have that is worth mentioning, but just didn't quite make the cut?
This is crazy to say this because I feel like if this was potentially any other year, this could be like top 5, top 3. But our honorable mention is none other than Princess Leia Organa from Star Wars 77.
She's peak.
She's awesome. They took a page out of S.H. Figuarts' book and finally just gave her sculpted robes.
Yeah.
So we had no more toilet paper Leia.
They basically just scaled up that TVC, which is, I remember like asking Hasbro in our videos, like, just scale up that TVC. And yeah, you're absolutely right. The sculpted hood piece, when it's up or down, she comes with her blaster. She has a beautiful, beautiful photoreal likeness, who I voted for in the Black Series Awards. Definitely go vote in those polls. Like you said, I love the sculpted, robes over the toilet paper farm boy / previous Leia era.
Yep, totally a massive upgrade and a fantastic figure, but that just goes to show you how great this year was in terms of figures, because that's our honorable mention. So let's go ahead and move on to number 10,
which is Savage Opress.
Any other year besides this year, Savage Opress would be easily top 5, top 3 figure.
When I got this figure in hand, I was like, oh, this will be like this year's number 1. It was kind of like how Malgus was 2023's number 1. It was just like a given. I was like, Savage is going to be number 1, no doubt. I mean, I would argue that he feels deluxe to me. His articulation for a chunky, beefy, tall boy is pretty great, and he comes with the axe.
Yeah.
Not only does he come with his lightsaber, he comes with his axe, his melee weapon, and I wasn't expecting that. It came as a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, but the figure does fall short in just a few places.
True.
The lightsaber lacking the silver base coat is just sorely missed, especially on a deluxe figure. Always, I'm going to say it, forever and always. If it's a deluxe figure, paint it. Put all the paint on it. If we're going to pay deluxe price, put all of the paint on it.
Yeah.
So that was sorely missed.
The hands don't match the face, too.
Of course, which is an ongoing issue, and I don't know if they'll ever actually solve that issue of, casted colored plastic versus painted plastic.
Right, because that's obviously what it is the hands are casted plastic, so it's like they probably are limited by color selection with matching it up to the actual paint. But I think the photoreal is great.
It is.
And obviously character bias is a factor at play with top 10s, because Savage Opress is like, I think he won the Lukeness March Madness last year. So obviously the community really wants him, and I mean, one of the most desirable, if not the most desirable Clone Wars character. So when he came out, he just hit.
He did.
He just hit.
It's a great figure. Now let's move on to number 9, which is another figure, long time coming, and definitely hit. And that's the Jedi Temple Guard.
Gold. I love gold.
The details on these figures are just wonderful. I love all of the gold, tons of paint all over the figure.
Yeah, like the trim and everything. It's so good. I love the gold details that is all over the design of this character. And even the articulation, which we kind of feared would be bad based on design, like with the lower robes and everything.
Yeah.
And they are sculpted plastic, but they're soft enough.
Yeah, I think they're soft enough. You can still get the temple guards into some really cool poses. I also think they made a wise choice on the hood, because the hood is also sculpted plastic. So,
True.
It does limit some, like, side to side looks, but I feel like their hood is way too complex for where Black Series is at with
it's
soft
like
goods. Right. And it has to lay like very specifically on the helmet, or else it won't look right. So I think they made the right move with that. It's, again, another figure that was on our top 10 most wanted list for a very long time.
Especially, again, Clone Wars, such a desirable design, even though they just stand there and look cool and say cease hostilities and bust out their yellow bladed lightsaber, which is missing a little bit of detail on this figure. Maybe this figure would have been bumped up a few pegs, but number 9, the Jedi Temple Guard. Number 8 is one of our Star Wars 77 redos. I love almost all of them minus Luke, but this one is Chewbacca, which is such an insane upgrade. We actually just took a look at this figure on last week's Figure It Out. It's such a well-articulated Wookiee.
Yes.
And for a main character like Chewbacca, desperately needed.
Yeah, and they absolutely delivered. I think the likeness is incredible. Probably the best Chewbacca likeness 6-inch scale figure.
Yeah, I think it looks better than the SH Figure Arts. I think that one is it's like chunky, and the articulation like really breaks up the sculpt. It's so gappy. I love how seamless the Black Series is. The different shades of his fur blend together really well.
Yep.
He has butterfly joints. He has deep cut, like for a Wookiee, really deep cut, like acute angles, like 45 degrees at least, I think.
Yeah.
And like you demonstrated in the B-roll of last week's video, aiming down the sights of the bowcaster, being able to aim that naturally.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
The old Chewbacca figure could only dream of hitting a pose like that. So,
and the scale's more correct as well.
That is true. The original Chewbacca was too big, so this new one is a little bit smaller, and it just fits so much better in with the other figures from 77.
Agreed.
Number 7 is an EU banger, and we've got Prince Shizor making the list from Shadows of the Empire. A figure that, again, a few years ago, we would have never thought was going to be made.
Oh, no. Many such cases this year and last year, honestly.
Yeah, highly desirable fan favorite character from the EU. They totally delivered with this guy. I mean, once again, it's a reoccurring theme with all of the figures on this list, but the paint app details are wonderful throughout the figure. The nice gold trim, the photoreal face looks really good.
The sculpted detail on this figure goes crazy, like the exposed like skin for the spine on the back, articulated ponytail, and his costume features this textured, sculpted plastic design that looks like little puzzle piece sequin type things. And of course, the reason why it's also kind of frustrating is because of the infamous Supreme Chancellor figure that is just like a red napkin. It's like, look what they did right there with Shizor. It is so good, and Nate is exactly right. It's a figure where a few years ago we would never have dreamed it would have came out in this line.
Yeah.
So he's definitely deserving to be on this list.
Shout out to Dash Rendar as well. I really enjoyed that figure too, but just didn't make it. Again, too many bangers.
Yep. Number 6 is a figure that a lot of people wanted, but Hasbro took their sweet time with The Stranger, but he delivered. And I feel like this is my sleeper hit for 2025. Obviously, the main reason is we have a Black Series first, and that is a separate helmet sculpt with the neck peg, included, and it's painted black because when he has his helmet on, his neck is black. So it being connected to the neck and having the whole neck is removable, that is the first time they've done that in TBS, and I love it.
Yep. Something we've wanted for so long, just the alternate head. It's something that's few and far between in the Black Series. That worked out so well. The alternate unmasked head looks incredible. The likeness to the actor is fantastic, and I love that they were able to sculpt his hair out properly and make it look like how we see him in the show Whereas obviously we know in the past they just smushed that hair sculpt down to fit the helmet over, and we have horrible things like that one Mandalorian figure.
Yeah. Poor Pedro.
Nightmare fuel. But
it's also like so customizable. Like there's so many different variations of this figure that you can get. There's like 3 different, looks for him in just this one figure. Because you do have the big plastic cloak on top, but it's layered. So if you take that off, then you get a different look. You could remove everything. His Cortosis gauntlet is also removable for another different look. And like you said, the likeness to Manny Jacinto, excellent. One of the best in the line. It's a banger of a figure. I know it's going to get, some flack for being from the Acolyte, which, I didn't like that series. But the figure is objectively great. Like, you just can't deny how great the figure is.
Absolutely. Wash on the arms, bro. Wash on the arms.
There's a wash on a few of these. Yep. I'm liking the return, the slight return of washes in the Black Series.
Number 5 is a long-awaited prequel Jedi, an absolute banger. How is she not deluxe? We're talking about Shaak Ti.
People were claiming there's no way Hasbro ever does this character. She would have to be, an increased price, but she wasn't.
Yeah.
She was regular retail in a fan channel wave. Shaak Ti is absolutely incredible. It reuses the fixed version of the Holdo legs, which is completely hidden by soft goods. The loincloth, sculpted details, paint, her face, chest, her tendrils, Leku.
Yep.
Have this crazy striped paint design on it. So much paint.
Yes.
It's crazy.
For a standard figure, they went above and beyond for Shaak Ti, which, again, as they should, Shaak Ti deserves it. We are in desperate need of even more prequel Jedi. This year they made a pretty great effort in giving us a lot of those missing pieces, but we still have a few more that I feel like are absolutely essential. Right. So hopefully we see them in the near future, and with how good Shaak Ti is, I'm sure the other ones are going to be great as well.
Right. Quick shout out to Luminara, Barris. Like, those were excellent as well, but we just chose Shaak Ti for this list.
The complexity of her paint just it puts her above the others.
And her articulation is great as well. Two-handed posing, and the benefit of them reusing legs is getting thigh swivel.
True.
Same thing with the Stranger, the previous figure. He reuses Saul's thighs.
Right.
So he also has thigh swivel. I like that. If the leg reuse makes sense and it gives us thigh swivel, I'm down.
Let's do it.
Number 4 is some classic out-of-the-basement cheating. We're going to include an entire set for slot number 4.
Why not?
And that is the Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker Empire Strikes Back dual set, Hasbro Pulse exclusive. The vignette sets went crazy this year. I mean, how could we not put them on a top 10?
True. I mean, this Bespin dual set was exactly what we were asking for. Something that was larger, not too big, not too small, and represents a scene from Star Wars. We got obviously the awesome SDCC Anakin and Obi-Wan set, and so that got the wheels turning.
Yep.
This one was the next in line, in my opinion. I was just like, boom, it just makes so much sense. Such an iconic moment. And they killed it. Not only did they give us a Darth Vader with a wired soft goods cape,
which is crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Second wired soft goods cape in the line.
Yeah.
We also got a fantastic Luke Skywalker.
My goodness.
It's an updated Bespin Luke, but now he's battle damaged, and they just nailed it. They reused the Dagobah Luke head, which is the best Luke likeness they've ever done.
Right. It has some reuse, but it's actually mostly new. It's like 80-85% new. And the battle damage sculpt work is on all 4 limbs.
Yep.
And it's painted and sculpted with the flesh, tear and everything. The bloodied, face and the articulate butterfly joints. It's just amazing. It's probably top 3 Luke Skywalker in the line. We'd have to think about that.
Ooh, it's pretty close to number 1 for me.
Right. The base is great. It totally emulates that scene. if they would have had a fisted hand for Vader, or, you know, maybe a few different things, alt hands, and, you know, some of the things that the other one came with, maybe I could have switched those two, but it's still a banger of a set. I absolutely love it. I really hope Hasbro continues down this path that they're going on.
Now we're into the top 3, my brother.
Let's get it.
3 figures left. I think there's some pretty obvious choices on here, but number 3 is actually the Ronin and R5D56. Another classic out of the basement cheating moment. We're including a set of figures here. Not really so much because of the droid.
Yeah, get the droid out of here. This is the first wired cape in the Black Series.
Yes, of course. We have the Ronin from Star Wars Visions, and we got the very first wired soft goods cape in the Black Series.
Yes, sir.
And it was just incredible. It totally blew me away. It made the figure incredibly dynamic. The figure is dynamic anyways.
I was going to say, it's just superposable by itself. The legs actually get some nice range at the hips, even without thigh swivel. It's one of those few instances in modern Black Series where I kind of give it a pass for the most part. But the articulated, or I guess it's not articulated, the posable cape.
Yes.
You know, because of that wire. It's a thick wire too. And, I mean, you did a great review of it, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
It's so posable. I love the black and white one, the aesthetic look of that more than the colorized version.
Yeah.
Just a banger.
Yep, it's just a fantastic release, and it was one of those too where it's like there were so many questions about it, and it just totally delivered. So awesome to see. Let's see some more wired capes.
Please.
Empire Strikes Back Boba.
It's a lock. Number 2 is Sebulba. Just an individual release. Just Sebulba.
Dude, what? Just Sebulba.
Just Sebulba.
That's crazy.
The engineering behind this figure is crazy. His articulation is insane, and how easy it is to find this character's center of gravity and have him not toppling over on your shelf. It's easy. Regardless of what someone may or may not comment on this video, it is easy. I mean, it might be a skill issue. Pose your Sebulba, mess around with it.
Maybe, because I also have had no issues at all with Sebulba.
Yeah.
Just a fantastic figure, loaded up to the brim with paint. He's got a wash. He's got a wash. The purple paint, where it fades into the like white underside of his skin, looks incredible. We get the little frog accessory, which is so much fun.
Get his goggles that have transparent plastic that they couldn't do for Echo or Tech. Fake Star Wars fan. And I'm leaving that in. I'll leave that one in. Which is that a Black Series first? Like fully transparent plastic? I know we had the Snow Speeder and like TIE Fighter cockpits. But like on a figure?
I'm not sure. I don't want to lock that in.
Bro, I'll leave that one in too.
Yeah.
The paint is crazy. The wash, like we said earlier in the video, Return of the Washes. There's also a wash all over Luke, a couple figures back on the list.
True.
Give him a wash. Hasbro always kills it with aliens. He looks great. But I think my favorite thing about this is the engineering behind the figure, above all else. And
honestly, just the fact that we actually got Sebulba in the Black Series. Again, another one of those characters that we thought was never, ever going to come to the Black Series.
100%.
And just seeing him up there when they revealed him finally, and it just opened Pandora's box. We got things like Turgle, that also very important, kind of milestone of like weird random alien characters that we didn't think were ever going to come to the Black Series. So I think Sebulba like signifies a turning point in the Black Series where nothing is off the table. Literally any character I feel like could now potentially come to the Black Series.
100%.
So let's see what else comes. I mean, we still got quite a few left that,
Let me get Water, let me get Nuke Gunray, let me get Wat Tambor, let me get Ben Quadraneros,
Ephantmon, Hermiodal. And now it's time for the #1 Black Series release of the year. This one is obvious. Come on. It's the SDCC Anakin and Obi-Wan Duel of Mustafar 2-pack. What else was it going to be? This is literally the best Black Series item period ever that's existed from the beginning of the line until right now.
Yeah, the hype surrounding this set was absolutely astonishing. I have never been so excited about this hobby, period, until I saw this reveal. And Brandon just kept pulling more stuff out, pulling more stuff out, pulling more stuff. This set is such a nice celebration of the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, and it delivered in spades. It has so much. It has the Mustafar Lava River base that has lava holding it up, so it looks like it's floating and like bubbling up, and it's like sculpted in a way that it just sits so natural. You get the little worker droid that Anakin stands on. We have, Nate, it took us 12 years to get proper Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi figures. Those were orange line garbage figures.
Terrible.
The community, for as long as we've been in this community, we've been begging and begging for newly sculpted Anakin and Obi-Wan, and we got it 100% from the ground up, given the modern Black Series treatment.
True. They had alternate heads, alternate hands, lightsaber swooshing effects, things that we just did not expect. Even in a San Diego Comic-Con set like this, you, as a Black Series collector, would not expect things like alternate hands and heads. But here we are, and they went all out for this set. Yeah, we could have got the robes. Yeah, maybe they could have been weathered a little bit. But I just think they delivered so much with this.
Like, the likenesses are great.
Yes, both likenesses are very solid. Ewan McGregor, of course, you know, they nail him time and time again. But this Hayden, this is, without a doubt in my mind, the best 1/12 scale Hayden head. Both of them.
100%.
The light side and the dark side head.
I do like the Sith head more.
Yes, I agree.
I do prefer that head. But yeah, I like both. And the set includes, I mean, it's only one alt hand each character. It's this. But it adds so much.
Yes.
The alt hands bring these figures to life.
Yep.
And the way that you could pose them, because they also come with little pegs, so you could peg them in and then have them standing firmly on the bases, which is amazing too. I love that.
Right.
There's like 4 different blades for each character, which some people have said it's overkill. I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Right.
The amount of scenes that and sequences and shots that you are able to recreate with this is endless.
Yeah. And
it's crazy.
And the promo pictures demonstrate that. They went so incredibly hard with the promo images for these figures, and it just shows the love and the passion and everything that was poured into this set. Now, unfortunately, I feel like we do need to address that it was extremely difficult to get, and it was an absolute Black Series travesty the way that Hasbro handled the subsequent release of the set post SDCC. They dropped the ball flat out.
Yeah, it was an absolute nightmare. We will forever be in Mike Case's debt for securing us our sets. Thank you, Mike, because Hasbro Pulse was a nightmare. Join that Discord. I mean, you at least had a shot if you were in the Discord.
Some people did get it, but I think a lot of people did not, and that's frankly disappointing because they've set a precedent in years past that all of these convention exclusives were now just kind of a cakewalk to get, and you just kind of had to wait your turn, and you just pressed pre-order, and it just showed up at your house, and it's almost shocking, the massive miscalculation.
It especially sucks because this is like the coolest thing they've ever done in Black Series.
Right.
I cannot say that enough. This is, for me, tied with the Snowspeeder, maybe, as like the coolest thing in the line. And it's absolutely essential to any prequel fan's display because it's just so cool. And it was such a long time coming, ever since that one episode of Black Series Cantina where Yak confirmed newly sculpted Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Right.
We're just, how are they going to release this? Is this just going to be a single release? I never in a million years expected them to do this. And yeah, we're totally big fans of the vignette sets. Keep these vignettes coming.
Absolutely.
Because we've always advocated for, like, small vehicles, creatures. We never really went the diorama-ish, route.
Right. Especially since we've both, within the past few years, have gotten heavily invested in 3D printing. So we've been doing a lot of diorama printing on our own. But what you quickly realize is that 6-inch scale dioramas are massive.
True, yeah.
And so it's
Perfectly contained.
It's
slow.
Awesome that Hasbro is doing something like the Vader set, where it's obviously not 100% accurate to the Bespin Duel Cloud City platform, but it's close enough and it strikes that image in your mind's eye. And I feel like anyone that knows that duel could walk into your collection room and go, oh, I know what that is. And so therefore I think they serve their purpose.
100%. So that is our number one pick. And like we said, 2025 was such a great year. And I think 2026, 2027 are going to be on par, maybe even better. So I'm really excited about this line.
Yep.
I know Nate and myself both plan on making a video about our current thoughts of Black Series and sort of a state of the union, our honest thoughts. So we'll definitely be doing that soon. DSLRs have batteries, and sometimes those batteries run out, and you have to hit record again. So yeah, that was our top 10, Nate.
Yep, the Black Series is on fire. I can't wait to see what's around the horizon. If any of the rumors are believed to be true, I think we're in for just more great years to come, and I'm excited. This year was incredible. So many awesome figures, so many great sets. The line is in a better place than it ever has been before. For now, that is what we have for you on this week's episode of Figured Out. So hopefully you enjoyed the top 10 Black Series of 2025. Let us know your top 10 in the comments down below.
Hit like, subscribe if you are new. We are always talking about the Black Series here on the channel.
And if you are in a position to help support us directly, we do also offer a couple different channel membership tiers. Check those out in the description down below. And while you're there, don't forget to join our Discord.
Join it up.
Just click the link, make an account. It's totally free, and it's a great way to get connected with us and other like-minded members of the community. As always, we got to give a huge shout out and a special thank you to all of our current channel members. Your continued support is truly appreciated, and thank you to everyone else out there for watching. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement. I need an MF and beer after all that, man. That's a hard worker.
Let me just turn around for no reason.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just. I gotta stretch after an episode of Figure It Out. Do some. Ooh, yeah. Get a little workout in there.
Number 6 is a character that everybody wanted, but they kind of just took their time with it. Everyone. Let me redo that. Number 6 is a figure that... new Luke.
We also...
No.
I was going to say...